I think it just calls for the stock standard fine in silence. We have a beer.
Can someone bring us a beer?
Guys, I feel you ganging up against me. Thank you, Mini Shimmy. Thanks,
Shimmy.
Chaba. Tell me if this is a bad team. Louw de Jager, Eben Etzebeth, Victor Matfield, Peter Steph de Toy, Schalk Burger, Dwayne de Villiers, Ryan Banter, JP Peterson.
Jeebus. Did you mention yourself there?
No.
He's just as good as Jan-Hendrik in terms of skill, carrying, gain line, tackling, work rate. He's a big kid.
Proper rugby
and he can
player.
move. He's a proper rugby player. And make sure to keep them for verification. So get those cans and start scanning away.
Would you like to read that again? Put that aside. The process is flawed.
It's wrong. So I said, listen, partner, I'm just letting you know that I've had 6 beers. And he says, perfect man for the job.
A big thanks to Epic Villa and the Shoot My House team for episode 1 and season 2 of the Boks Unpacked. 5 games for the Springboks coming up. Japan first at the home of football, Wembley Stadium. This Saturday, Jean de Villiers and Schalk Burger join me. And there's a credible surrounding here to discuss everything Springbok rugby. It's time to unpack the box. Welcome back to season 2 of Boks Unpacked in our new venue. Scala, you were on time. Someone sent us a message pushing us to come here earlier.
Yeah.
And he was late.
Yeah, I think it just calls for the stock standard fine in silence. Can we have a beer, please?
Can we have a beer, please? Can someone bring us a beer?
Guys, I feel you ganging up against me.
We got
Season 2,
we
and
got
you come late.
Late night
Thank you, Mini
messages
Shimmy.
saying 9:45 sharp. There we go. Just in silence.
You
Enjoy,
didn't catch
enjoy.
that. You didn't catch that. You just said
Thanks,
Shimmy.
Chaba.
Let's go, Jean. Let's just start. Thank you to our sponsor, Castle.
Yes.
But see it off in our new venue. Beautiful venue also.
I've got imposter syndrome in this place, boys.
It's actually a nice link to the new can and the what do they call it? What is your
130.
script? 130 years of Costa logo.
I quite like that can.
Cheers.
I've only just spotted it.
Bit scared.
Just do your best, boy.
Just do your best, boy. Don't worry.
I mean, we know it's weak, but just
It's
try your
Japan
best.
week. Don't worry. Don't be nervous, boy.
What happened in Japan? Yes,
No, we're going to discuss that. That's the next topic now. Okay, JDV.
Luckily, we're not in Brighton, because if it's in Brighton, we're definitely losing that game.
The Boks have never beaten Japan in England.
Both of you guys have never beaten Japan, actually. That's an interesting stat.
I know.
At least we've played against Japan.
Oh, calm down now. Hold on. It's just the
I
beginning.
mean,
Beer's changed me, eh?
both of us
One beer.
Both of us played all 85 or 6 minutes of it.
Japan and Eddie Jones, JDV, does it make you nervous? Stella?
No, it doesn't.
That's like, you don't think you remember certain things and other things you just,
Yeah, you just can't. I
it's
can't
fine.
remember. I can't remember ever playing against Japan.
But
I
were
remember
you
all of
captain
it,
in the final
unfortunately.
whistle went?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Were you?
on the field.
on the field.
On the field.
Okay,
I remember-
half time, you're 2 points ahead. Springboks are 2 points
I
ahead.
can't even remember.
Now, you're
It's
gonna
one
have
of
to
those
remember
games where
something.
you never watch it again. You never watch it, but what I do remember
I've
is
seen
like
a lot of it because I went to Japan straight after. And it's like me and Farid turned into heroes because we lost against Japan. I mean, I remember going to the first game straight after the World Cup, and we trained our way in, and they were taking photos and selfies, and they made a complete documentary of that game.
yeah.
You know, for Japan in that World Cup, they won 3 pool games and didn't qualify for the quarters.
And then made the quarters the following World Cup.
Following World Cup.
How was the change room after the game?
No, it wasn't that nice.
No, like
What
No
was
beer's
it?
going there.
Okay. Japan are celebrating. They're up there. The biggest upset ever in World Cup rugby.
Yeah.
You guys walk back into the Springbok change room.
no,
It was
tears.
dour. It was tough. It's one of those where you walk in, talk about downing a beer in silence. That's like silence. Like no one wants to look up.
Springbok changing rooms when you lose is
Not
never
good.
great.
Yeah.
That was particularly bad. That in 2011, that quarterfinal, it's a
after
similar,
Australia,
similar type of vibe.
The Australian one was a robbery, though. That was.
Yeah,
I mean,
was
that
frustration.
refereeing performance still.
Yeah, that was
that was more.
anger.
That would have been anger and frustration, whereas this one would have been.
But
I don't
also,
know
Shimmy,
how to describe it.
I know you. I mean, you'll rip into me for making this comment now, but sometimes, like you're a little bit off as a team,
Yeah.
and you lose a game that you never meant to lose because the opposition was actually really
Also,
good
like
on the day.
you can't take away what Eddie set out his stall. That's 4 years of prep to beat or make a statement against the Boks, whether they believe they can win or not. Funny thing about that is they got a penalty and Eddie sent the tee on to go for the draw.
Oh, at the end.
And then Michael
Leach said scrum.
Said get off and took the scrum.
And then
Leach would have been, how old would have? He's playing now. I mean,
he's still playing.
Yeah, he's probably about 40 now almost. But like a lot of those players we played against was my teammate, me and Free's teammates at Suntory. So we actually went across to their changing room to say congrats to them. There was like 12 of them in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
And for those guys, they were all in tears. They were super emotional.
That was huge.
That was huge for them.
And in the context of world rugby, honestly, I mean, you couldn't have scripted it better.
Yeah.
Us losing that game, World Cup in Japan 4 years later, the success of the World Cup then 4 years later, us having, some of the players that were playing for South Africa in that game who went on now to have won 2 World Cups. So, I mean, I went actually, so if you go Beast.
Yeah.
So tell me if this is a bad team. Beast, Bismarck. Came
off the bench,
Adrian Strauss, Louw de Jager, Eben Etzebeth, Victor Matfield, Pieter Steph de Tooy, Schalk Burger, Dwayne Vermeulen, Siya Kolisi, Fourie de Pre, Andre Pollard, Damien Delende, Jesse Creel, Willie Leroux, Brian Abana, JP Peterson.
Yeah.
I mean, those are proper rugby.
Did you mention yourself there?
No.
He did mention himself.
And actually, like for us in the World Cup, we were wobbling going in. Our prep wasn't perfect.
Flo.
Flo played. I think Dwayne wasn't involved in that when he was coming back from injury, I think.
Yeah, but still, I mean, that's
that
the
was
squad.
the group.
Ruan Pienaar, Frans Steyn.
Pete Steph. I think Pete Steph started maybe.
No, Steynke wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't at that.
Anyway, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have got to the semi-final. We wouldn't have the bronze medal. Because that really, after that, we could really take charge and say, listen, okay, this is the way forward. It might not be perfect, but let's go back to basic and get our own house in order. Unfortunately for us, that meant having a loss against Japan. But the next day, so we were in Eastbourne, which is the sunniest town apparently in England. It pissed down for 10 days. He doesn't. At that stage, John.
Probably not.
Shimmy, you would like this. At that stage, John didn't approve of liquor.
Oh, really?
He was on the comeback trail. Yeah.
I was like you. How much weight have you lost, Shimmy? Since...
Plenty. But I don't know. I think 5 or 6 or something like that.
Jeepers, what were you weighing before that?
We get to Eastbourne, and it's like the retirement village. So it's like God's waiting room pretty much. But now we've lost the game. Sunday, start up the bus, and these World Cup buses drive like at 80 km an hour, and you can only drive for 2.5 hours. We're going to Birmingham. So we stop. So now I'm sitting back left there in the ejection seat, last bit of Springbok rugby action for me, and I've loaded 6 Heinekens in.
Yeah.
I've got my little speaker playing tunes.
No, it wasn't Heineken, it was Castle Lager.
Castle Lager, yeah?
It was definitely Castle Lager.
Castle Lager. And I'm sitting there chilling, music going. And I see our media liaison officer walking. So he gets like halfway in the bus. Now we stop for scones and tea or whatever we did in the middle of nowhere. And then off we go to Birmingham. So by the time he gets to me, everyone's bailed out of the press conference because we're now stopping there.
Because you don't want to face the media.
So by that stage, I'm the only option left. So I said, listen here, partner, I'm just letting you know that I've had 6 beers. And he says, perfect man for the job. So there I was on the Sunday, half lit, facing the world's media. And it actually went surprisingly well.
Let's talk about being an influencer. Pick and pay.
Oh, talk me through the pick and pay.
I saw you with a clipboard, first of all, talking to a whole lot of kids. I can't remember what that was.
No, that was Jean de Villiers delivered.
That was Ackermans, and then Pick and Pay next. And Pick
Jean
and
de
Pay.
Villiers.
And Pick and Pay now. And Pick and Pay.
It's ASAP.
Eh? Okay, okay.
Tap.
Yeah?
ASAP.
So it's Pick and Pay. I was Leopard Creek last week.
That was beautiful.
John's been playing some golf, eh?
Yeah,
he's going to Sun City.
How's his travel? Are you going to Sun City now?
Yeah.
Sun City this weekend.
With who?
With Gary Player.
90th.
No, but who are you playing? Who was the crowd?
No, Gary Player.
No, it wasn't Gary Player.
We rolled. Me and G-Dog, we rolled together. That's his 90th this weekend, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, shout
you're
out
going
to
this weekend?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
He turns 90 on Saturday.
And still in good shape and still
He's
chatty.
incredible. I actually played with his new girlfriend, was my playing partner last week at Leopard Creek. And yeah, lovely, lovely lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scala, the elephant in the room, your bar.
Oh yeah, it's done, Shim.
I thought you were talking about yourself.
I mean, once you approve of liquor,
Yeah.
can we?
There was a party there the other day.
Your wife was in there.
Yeah.
There was.
She got to see the bar before any of us.
My wife's birthday, and my gig for the night was being barman.
Yeah.
There was between 50 and 20 of them.
Of them?
Of the girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
them.
Yeah.
Barman for the ladies.
Barman for the ladies. Then at 11 o'clock, I thought my shift was done. And I was like, okay, guys, I'm going to go spend some time in my bedroom. I got a wake-up call by the girls saying they've run dry. I must come be barman. So I was barman then from till 12 till about 1:30.
Boys, Wembley, the home of football, Japan. Look, Eddie Jones, I'll tell you what Eddie Jones just said. We're going to London thinking we can win. We'll be in their face, put pressure on them, and they can make mistakes. That's what we intend to do. This team is a lot better than 2015. Is it Eddie being Eddie, or is there some truth to it?
No,
Eddie's always Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie being Eddie. But, I mean, they were competitive against Australia last week. Very.
It was a lot tight, closer. It was, 3-4 points in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think with this team that Eddie's got now, like at first when he took over, it was all out attack, like to their own detriment. Like attack's amazing, but run themselves off their feet. No real balance in their game. Defensively, they were poor. They've got Victor running their lineouts, so their lineouts is effective.
Yeah.
But I don't think they had a great balance in the game. It was like all just attack, flat out. And I think they're sort of finding a bit of a middle ground. They've got some experience in there.
And if they do that against the Boks, they'll come off second.
But I do think, the Boks have just got too much firepower. Like for the Boks, this will be a massive defensive test.
Yeah.
Because their rucks are super clean.
They want to play a
fast
tempo game.
Yeah.
And we've spoken in the past about the Boks at one stage, having the press and then checking and not kind of pressing through. They'll be found out with the Japanese attack in those outside channels. I think with Damien and Jesse there, they're far better in kind of making those decisions and cutting off those opportunities. But defensively we will be tested, which will be a good thing because next week, the big goal is getting a victory next week against France because that challenge will be huge.
The biggest worry for Japan, I think, is they've gone away from what their strength initially defensively was, where it's leg chop, man on the ball, numbers on feet, decent line speed. They almost like went away from that to sort of chest tackles, and they make a lot of system errors from set piece, whether that's they line up from scrums, they line up from lineouts, and the Boks will be able to have their own in that regard. But like if they boss the ball, which I think is going to be hard for them because of our scrum one. We won't get their scrum, although they say the straight feed is back. Shimmy, that's a
it's never been around.
Yeah, it's probably you're going from chucking it under the lock to chucking it under the loose head's feet. And then the aerial battle with we've got Ethan Hooker on the one side. Like he's unbelievable in the air.
Yeah.
Cheslin's in the back, so I think the aerial battle will put them under massive pressure.
That's quite an exciting back three, eh?
Yeah.
Cheslin, Hooker, and
Kirtley.
Yeah, and Kirtley, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so I think Cheslin and it's a bit of a concern for us. Damien kind of still iffy. Apparently
but Kirtley can play fullback also.
As well, yeah. So
can't Kanan play if need be? Kanan has he played fullback?
I wouldn't. I'd like to see Kanan settle at 13.
At 13, yeah.
No, I'm talking about with the injuries or whatever it is. There is.
Yeah, but if you've got Damien,
wasn't Jesse a fullback years ago?
He was.
He was.
Sasha can fill in. Marnie can even fill in at fullback. With the two playmakers things. But that's exciting for me to see someone like a Cheslin at fullback. He's got a good kicking game as well.
The other thing in our team selection, we've got 9 players based in Japan.
Yep.
Kirtley is put down as Bulls, but he's only just returned to the Bulls. He was also.
That was his first game last week.
So that's
Glasgow.
That's 10 players that's been based in Japan. They know the players. They know what to expect. They know the type of style they want to play. They've scrummed against them. Malcolm plays hooker. He plays across there.
The Japanese scrum is about this high. I mean, you would have experienced. It's the lowest scrum you can find.
And probably like, with Damien de Villiers and Jesse Krill in the midfield, that would have been also part of the selection idea, to have the two of them who have spent a lot of time in Japan.
Yeah.
They know the players know them. I think there's a big element of because Damien's been amazing in Japan.
Yeah.
And Jesse's also been like a really solid player there. So
Damien's,
the opposition team, they will look at them as guys that they look up to as well. Now they're facing them.
So one of their big threats, Dylan Riley, the outside centre, South African born and then went all over the world. But he'll be Damien, the Islanders' outside centre at Panasonic. And same so to Chesum plays at Santori Sangalas, who's got quite a few players in the starting lineup. So they'll be well up to speed with what the Japanese players can offer.
Tyler Paul is going to be playing for Japan.
Yes, I saw that.
He's a good player.
Yeah. Flanker.
Guess who his brother-in-law is?
Who?
It's not you, is it?
Plays cricket for South Africa. Spinner. We all know him very well.
Simon Harmer.
Yeah.
No ways.
No way.
They've got a big, not a big, they've got a dinner on the Friday before in London. So
how does the dinner work? Is there someone in a Brave Blossoms jersey, or is everyone just in Springbok jerseys, and then you've got like
interesting one.
You've got a little bit of sushi on the side supporting Tyler
Arms
Paul,
will probably try to feed him some wine.
No, but it's like, he's done well. I mean, he went to Japan. Remember, he was good for the Sharks.
Yeah.
Hard-working, blindside. He's a very good player.
But
I haven't heard that name in ages. Yeah. He's been across for a while.
It's kind of, you look at the Japan team, the one that played last week.
Yeah.
How many Japanese in that squad?
Not in the tight five.
Yeah,
But I think that's where they need the power. If they can get a bit of front foot ball.
Props and hookers, loose forwards, then there's not a lot of Japanese names.
No, but so many of those names are, and I suppose a lot of them would be, you see a lot of the Polynesian guys also go over and maybe they go to university or whatever, and they become Japanese registered. But like the development of Japanese rugby players, it feels like there's a bit of a decline actually. Because it feels to me...
You can say that about French rugby also. You can say that about English rugby. There's South Africans playing everywhere. It's naturally going to happen. A young South African kid leaves here and he goes to France.
Where the opportunity might be.
You know how many South Africans qualify for America? The next, I think the Seattle, is it? The
Seahawks.
I think the Seahawks. I mean, that's a Currie Cup team. So it's going to happen anyway, as long as there's player movement going back and forth.
And I think
it's going to happen anyway.
Like when I played there, just a few years ago, 10 years ago in Japan, like there was only 2 allowed on the field.
Yeah.
So now you've got a little bit more. They open it up more to develop more players.
But how does the qualification work then?
So you've got your 3 internationals, and then you've got uncapped players. And I think I think it's 5 years. Although some of them, when they go to university, I think they get a lot of players that's meant to go to New Zealand. They come from Samoa, they come from Fiji. They don't get into New Zealand.
They go to Japan.
They go to university in Japan, and the university league there is immense. It's unbelievable. I think then they get sort of qualification a bit quicker when they study across.
And I suppose I said that now in terms of Japanese players, but it provides opportunities to other rugby players. You know, you get it. It's a professional world. You get an opportunity to go there, stake a claim at international level.
Let's actually get a list of all the South Africans in Japan, because there's tons. In first and second div. And there's names...
second div, I think there's a lot.
And there's names that we wouldn't have heard from, we would have forgotten them. They were Youngstad Province and they ducked across early. I mean, I played with Justin Downey, who played there for, I think, 10 years. You know?
It's sort of you're traveling somewhere, you bump into a guy at the airport, you're like, no, have you retired now? No, I'm still playing.
They're still playing in Japan.
It's either Japan or second division France. And the guy is like late 30s and the guy's disappeared. You haven't seen him in about...
But Michael Leach, how old is Michael Leach now?
He must be old.
Because he wasn't young.
Yeah.
He wasn't young when we played him in 2015.
He's a couple of years younger than me. I don't know. I played against, those are a big derby. Santori Sangalas against Toshiba. He's always been at Toshiba, their captain.
Cody from Paul has sold multiple vehicles to WeBuyCars. Suspicious? I think so.
Is that a crime?
No. Where are you getting the cars?
I buy them and I sell them at the spot like a normal person.
Okay.
No, man, I'm just an accounting student. I know a good deal when I see one.
That's Excel meant. What's more stressful, tax season or selling a car at WeBuyCars?
Tax season, obviously.
WeBuyCars, the easiest way to sell your car by far.
Chaps, quickly, the big one is Eddie Jones, the Eddie Jones factor. I think playing Japan without Eddie is a different factor, but Eddie, you've both been coached by him. Different, I think I hear different as an assistant coach than a head coach, but a good guy to learn from.
Yeah, I loved my time with Eddie. I think when he came in, he added massive value to us in 07, especially on attack, was sort of where he focused. He brought some subtlety into all of our game, I think, in a system back then where we were pretty much direct round the corner. All of a sudden, we had a little few tips and pull it out the back options and looking for some soft shoulder inside balls, which I really enjoyed. He was good with us. I think at a stage in his career, he was hard on the players.
Yeah.
And then at a stage in his career, he was hard on support staff. But yeah, he's an absolute rugby genius. And, you know, like still the most successful coach record-wise in England. You know, doesn't matter how he left there. Like his record was off the rocker there. I mean, it's still 73% win record over 5 or 6 years there. So, I mean, you've got to respect the Eddie Jones factor.
And I think, you know, for us as former Stormers player to have a former Stormers coach.
Tabletop Mountain. England kept calling by 2 weeks later.
Cheers! No, but Eddie,
he's a Stormer.
You become head coach.
I think, you know, Eddie's a
Stormer.
Eddie's a character of the game.
Yeah.
You know, he absolutely loves the game.
Yeah.
He studies it, you know, day in and day out. And I think he cares about rugby as a whole, you know. So I think it's great to have characters like him around. And whenever you play a team that's got Eddie involved, you know, there'll be some banter beforehand. There'll be some comments just to throw a line out and
he's absolutely a superstar in front of a camera.
Yeah.
But he's also like Eddie's good in the pub, you know. Like he's sharp wit. He's good to spend time around. Look, he's a workaholic like most of these coaches. I mean, rugby is everything.
He was our Barbados coach 08 as well.
Yes,
the assistant
him
coach.
And Jake White out of jobs doing a Barbados gig. I mean, we trained
so
more
having
than
him
we
there in
did
a
for the
different
Boks.
environment was lekker as well. Eddie's a good guy, and but also then you look at his career as a coach, and you have the highs, but you have the lows as well. Eh? I mean, he's had some terrible. Obviously now with Australia, you think of the Bulls game against the Reds.
Well, look what he did with England. I mean, I think still one of the most successful coaches.
Yeah, like he was saying now, the most successful. But then left, you know, on kind of bad terms. So that's life, unfortunately, as well. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some.
Quickly, let's talk. It's been trending the Jan-Hendrik Wessels. That suspension without video evidence. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I don't get it. I mean,
there's no video evidence. There's
no
nothing.
Video so, like, if I'm going to say, you know, touch my private parts, are you going to get 8 weeks? I mean, no. I mean, there's no video evidence of it. I just don't get the 9 weeks. I always say, like, well, you know, what is the right sanction for any player? So, like, if you get a red card and then all of a sudden on top of the red card, you already feel poor. Oh, right now it's a 20-minute red card. But then do you go put the player away for 8 weeks? You know, like, I don't think it's right, you know. So 9 weeks, I don't get it. He got punched by the Connaught lock.
He's free to play.
He's free to play. And last year, he got 5 weeks suspension for a shoulder barge, the same player.
Oh, really? Okay.
Jan-Hendrik Wessels, the record's clean. He's never been cited. So, you know, there must be ulterior motive in this. I don't get it.
I think the irrelevant...
It's a wrong decision. That's
irrelevant of what he did and whether he did it or not.
And
you need evidence.
Put that aside. The process is flawed.
It's wrong.
You can't ban someone without evidence.
No.
And apparently that is where the whole citing commissioner and his kind of piece that he gave to the panel, the judging panel, you know, where he said something like in his line of sight he could see that, you know, meaning he saw it happen.
Oh, was that his...
But there's no evidence.
But where does the citing commissioner sit?
Yeah, so
you can't. I mean,
it's a flawed process.
But also, like, let's listen to 9 weeks. Like, obviously,
that's half the URC.
You appeal it.
Oh, sorry, including test matches.
Like, where do they go to now? They're not going to go. Okay, you go from 9 weeks to nothing.
Yeah,
it's impossible.
Well, if they start with the process all over again, then they could go to nothing. But then they have to start the process from scratch.
Or they can
they have to admit they were wrong.
Yeah,
there's an appeal.
Or they're going to go like no.
Or they have to submit the evidence.
Yeah.
But if there's no evidence, how the hell do you get that decision?
I mean,
remember we had this debate, was it last year when Neertling for sure, he got a red card. And say, guys, or Damon Willemse was one of them. Say, guys,
both of them, actually.
Why is a red card not enough? You've been kicked off the field, do that, you're done. You can play next week, but you got the red card, that's enough. Now it's no card here, nothing. Bang, 9 weeks.
Yeah.
The other guy gets a red card, but he's back playing.
And that's what frustrates us.
Yeah.
Is the inconsistency.
It was an important tour this for him.
Yeah, and not understanding. By all accounts, he was the backup Lucid and hooker.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
The backup Lucid and hooker for the Boks. You know,
he's an incredible rugby player, and we're seeing that he's starting to come into the best of him. This end of year tour would have been the catalyst for him to kick on and maybe share duty at hooker or Lucid. He's the type of player who can go, Malcolm Marx, you do the first 45 and I'll do the back 35.
And he creates impact.
I mean, there's a video clip going around of him doing that try-saving tackle against Glasgow.
Yeah.
Like sprinting back 70 meters, tackling whoever he does, keeping him up. I mean, he's a proper athlete.
Yeah.
So as we stand now, that 9 week stands, they're appealing it, which means it's too late to get in the Japanese game.
No, he's out.
So he's out. So is that official?
But
100%.
You can't make any call. If you're Rassie now, you can't replace him because maybe he does come available. But also now you've got to wait for the appeal process. But it's so clumsy that this might take the 2 weeks to get together. But how they get that decision in the first place, I always go like, what sanction's big enough for the player? And I mean, without evidence, nothing can happen about it. Like it's he said, you said.
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah. Anyway, well.
Anywho, Shimmy.
Betway section.
Yes.
Okay, a new season. A new season, okay? It doesn't mean a new start for the league table, but it does mean a new opportunity for Schalk. Not to come dead last. So a reminder, Jean and I, 3,250 Rand each. Schalk is on 2,830. Let's see what we're putting our 300 Rand bets on this week. Okay, options. The box handicap.
Your reading has really improved.
No.
Since he's been injured,
it was December and it was a lot of shocking names there. Box handicap minus 37.5 is equal to 1.85, which returns 555 Rand. Sean, what does that mean exactly?
I think John, this is John's section.
This is your section.
Yeah, this is John's section.
So what are we putting? So 300 Rand bet each of us.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got three options. One is the box handicap of minus 37.5. Okay, at odds of 1.85.
Okay.
What that means is that if the Boks win by 38 points or more, you get odds of 185, which the return would be 555.
Yes. Option 2.
Then we've got a total points option.
Okay.
So in other words, total points scored in the game by both teams of 66.5 or
That's
more.
too low.
No, it just needs to be more than that. If the total points are more than that, then you get odds of 2.03. Return of 609 Rand.
Yeah.
And the third option is a first half total points of over 30.5 points at odds of 1.92.
Second option for me seems the best.
So the box is the one I like where it's low odds is the box winning by more than 37. Is that right? The option 1?
Yeah.
And that's 1.85.
Yeah.
And you want to go with that?
I'm going to go with the second option.
Why do you get to choose first?
Doesn't matter. All three of us can choose the same.
I'll go with option 1 because I always thought the box will win by 35 points.
You also lost on the log, but it's fine.
No, don't listen to me. I'm the conservative
First
fella.
half points of 30.5. First half. I'm going to go with that one.
Which one?
I'm going to go with the third option. Yeah.
Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
The options. Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, we'll see on the verdict what the results are.
You won't be on the verdict. Neither of you.
No, we've gone.
I'm carrying this team again.
Send me a little WhatsApp if I've come last in the Betway segment again.
Wine to Wales.
Wine to Wales Monday, Tuesday.
Who's your partner?
My brother. Kadaf.
He ain't heavy.
He ain't heavy.
He's my
brother. Is he on an e-bike?
No, he's on a normal bike. His first stage race ever, so we might have some troubles, but at least
he'll be
wash
good at
it
the
down
bar
with
though.
a beer.
Yeah.
He'll be very good in the bar. So we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Shimmy, I'm flying across to join you in Paris.
Yeah. What's the elevation?
About 1,000, just over 1,000 a day, 3 days in a row, 60K, 65 Ks a day.
Gee,
Why?
The left hand's going to be out pushing.
When
it gets dark, you're going to be pushing.
He can hold on to me. I'm not pushing, boy. 2 hands on the handle.
And he wasn't, so he must be fit then, so no e-bike for him.
But he's been riding quite a bit.
He's been riding quite a bit, yeah.
Is it?
No,
He ain't heavy.
we'll cruise it. We'll come down fast. Going up might be a trick.
Okay, cool, guys. Our WeBuy moment impact player prediction. Okay, the game is to predict which player is going to have the biggest impact on this match, on this weekend. And we need to pitch that player as if we were a car salesman trying to sell a car. JDV, do you want to go first?
I didn't prepare for this one. Excuse me.
No, but it doesn't work like that.
He was too busy with Pick and Pay, the big
Yeah,
fella.
exactly.
He didn't have anything.
Okay, Scala, you kick us off.
I'll go off. This is a little hot hatch. We're going to go Japanese hot hatch because we're playing against a Honda Civic Type R. VTEC, brum, brum, big exhaust. Terrorizes everyone in the street. He's had a couple of weeks where he had a misfire. He's made some uncharacteristic blunders. But after that, this week we'll see the best of him. Also based in Japan, Honda Civic Type R.
Jason Kobe.
A Nissan Skyline GTR. That's actually what I should have gone with.
Yeah.
Cheslin Colby.
Cheslin Colby.
And happy birthday to Cheslin also.
Happy.
33.
33, yeah.
33.
JDV, your guy?
I don't know.
No, John, you can't. It doesn't work like that.
Okay. Can I go for like a...
Do you want me to do mine?
A combination. I'm going for like a twin turbo. A twin turbo, old school, classic car, like a Mustang.
Yeah?
So I'm going with 2 players. And they are very speedy. Speedy, but also agile. And whatever else in the midfield. That's what I'm going with.
David Jesse, twin turbo.
Yeah, I'm going with those 2.
Yeah, lovely, John.
Yeah, lovely.
Old centre, pick centre.
Yeah, well done.
No,
2
nice.
pass for 1 player, picks 2.
Okay.
Because he's worried he's going to upset the other centre. Anyway, that's how you guys work.
Feelings might be
exactly.
hurt.
Okay, boys, take a look. Try guess this one. Okay, it's a Toyota Land Cruiser 79 V8 double cab.
Yeah,
Built tall, broad-shouldered, and unapologetically rugged. He stands over traffic like he stands over malls. With quiet confidence and unshakable presence. His bodywork is intimidating.
Ach Snyman.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
Stands tall over malls.
I think this game is set up for him, man.
him, yeah.
For the
I'm thinking
offload thing.
offloading game, going nicely. He's played quite a couple of games for
Yeah, he limped off in that,
that was quite worrying there.
Munster game. Yeah.
Guys, Springboks now. Let's look at Springboks in depth. How important is it to make a statement? I mean, it's an important tour. Obviously, everyone's looking ahead. France, no disrespect.
France and Ireland.
France and Ireland.
Yeah.
But to make a statement this game.
I think there was a big reason to include this game.
Yeah.
Because of the importance of next week's game against France. And like you said, no disrespect to Japan, but the way that the Boks have been going, this should be a victory for the Boks. Yes, we know what happened in 2015. They certainly won't underestimate them. Lots of Japanese guys based in Japan in the Springbok setup, so they know the challenge that lies ahead. I think the important thing about this game is that it is preparation for next week more than it is actually the result of this game. They would want to implement things this weekend that they know that they can go and execute even better next week, because that is going to be a massive game in Paris next week.
Yeah, I think it's a different challenge. Like if Japan gets their hands on the ball, the way they attack with France don't play much rugby in that dead area. They've got long kicking game.
France is a different.
But France' physical presence in and around your 22 is just off the charts. That frantic attack, but they just come at you and they almost don't know where the ball's going. So as defense, you get put under massive pressure. I think defensively, we're going to have a big challenge this week if Japan has it their own way. No Peter Steph du Toit this weekend. Franco Mostert, we haven't seen him around for a while. He goes on blindside flank. And I think in this game, it's not ideal for him because he's like a workhorse, but he's going to find himself in wider channels roaming where you need to be quite dynamic, which is not his strongest suit. We know what he's got. He's got a big, big engine.
Yeah.
We've got half the bull side on the bench. Yeah, like Johan Groblaar's back. First time
Yeah.
we've seen him back in the Springbok jumper for a long time. Gerard Steenekamp. He's been
Steenekamp
injured.
back.
Nice to see him back. Wilco Louw, although he's coming to the Stormers soon, and Rowan Nortje. So it's power bench. I think next week, part of the issue is going to be, yes, to battle the physicality of the French side. The other one is the crowd.
The French will be the most physical. Look, we'll talk about France next
We'll
week. but
be
that'll
we'll
the
be
most
we'll be
physical.
booed on our Friday lunch drinking a bottle of rosé.
The long lunch in
And
Paris.
everyone's going to be booed on this Saturday, and that I think is the fit for the box.
The one
Boys,
thing I will
yeah?
say about the 23 selected is how Wilco Louw has now stepped into that bomb squad role, and the effectiveness of him coming off the bench. And I think that will this weekend will be a massive one.
Rob Lowe must be the happiest guy in the world at the moment.
Weinberg.
Zach Porthen.
Oh, Zach
Weinberg.
100%. I was about to ask
you.
Yeah, he can play. He can play. One thing, look, he's in terms of scrumming, he's with the right customers, with Ox, Malcolm. So he'll only go forward, especially against Japan, who are not renowned scrummers. But in terms of loose play and general play, he's the man. He's just as good as Jan-Hendrik in terms of skill, carrying, gain line, tackling, work rate. He's a big kid, but he can move there.
We've got a mobile pack for this weekend.
He can play. Look,
Very
he'll do well.
mobile pack.
Look, it was a surprise selection, but with the benefit of hindsight, you think, you look at him starting now and they'll probably change it against France and whatever, but you take him and Jan-Hendrik in a couple of years' time, these guys will be bossing world rugby.
He
can play.
Also shows when your franchise dominates, the Stormers pack of forwards have been impressive.
Yeah.
It's also Dobbo, and we know he flips and flops his style, but last year we went from playing touch rugby to game almost back to when we won URC 4 years ago. We've gone direct. You see Evan Roos coming around the corner carrying a maul scrum, and then all of a sudden you get reward from Zachary Porthen. I mean, what an opportunity for him.
The more
He
you
was
look,
playing Varsity Cup beginning of this year. UCT, the one Varsity Cup.
amazing story.
School 2 years. I still remember meeting him as a schoolboy, saying this guy signed for Province or whatever. And look, it's amazing. Look, but the guy he's a big kid,
Proper rugby
and he can
player.
move. He's a proper rugby player. He'll
And
do
it's
well.
also-
He'll have a good game.
It's very much changing of the guard a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
if you think of those guys not on tour now,
Yeah.
that's been in and around the squad for for a long time now. You have these youngsters coming in, and obviously you need to test them to see whether they can make it 2027. If they make it, that's fantastic. If they don't, then you know what you've got in those guys that you're leaving in South Africa. So conditions also different in the Northern Hemisphere compared to Rugby Championship. So great opportunity for him.
Okay, let's look at the rest of the team. Sasha at 10 with Kobus. Is that our 9-10 combination going forward? Well,
I think
we call it.
like one place we don't settle is 9.
Yeah,
And
9,
We know
yeah.
this under Rassie. We've never really had the longest run there. But I think these two are the form players. We've got Kobus and Grant.
And I think between Quivers and Grant, they're very similar as well.
Yeah.
In their playing style.
Yeah. Tell me, so, I mean, obviously, you look at the success of this tour, it's going to be Ireland, France. I mean, we agree on that. It's Wales. I'm not saying it's a given, but you look at, we'll want good performances out of that, but the France one is the big grudge match.
Look, the Wales test match is outside the window.
Oh, yeah.
So
it depends on availability.
I think, I'm not saying that, Wales is going to turn us over, but we're going to see a completely different look side in that last week. Like all your Japanese players got to go back to their clubs, all your Europe-based players.
No, I think the Japanese guys are the only ones that are available.
Are they available?
I think the Europe, because URC plays that
UK.
weekend also.
Okay.
And the UK-based guys.
Okay,
it's
but
going to be
then you're okay.
And we
You're
don't
gonna
have that many.
What, in URC?
Yeah.
There's 12 at the
Oh,
Sharks.
sorry. No, I
There's
was
about
thinking UK and...
6 at the Bulls.
Yeah.
And
I was thinking
gonna
UK
rephrase
and
that.
top
Yeah.
14. Is that outside the window?
It is. I think this one's not. No, this one.
This one's outside the window.
Yeah, but there's no rugby on also.
Yeah.
That's why the Australian players, it's quite funny. The English players can select all their players, but the Australian guys playing in the UK can't play for Australia.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. But anyway, look, so, okay.
It's unlike rugby to get in its own way. Hey,
Yeah,
we
it's just-
don't like doing that.
it's abnormal, yeah. Guys, let's talk about Castle Lager. Jean, you had one in the beginning, celebrating 130 years.
130.
Of brewing heritage, and you can be one of the first to collect all 6 limited edition Castle Heritage cans. They've been released. So all you have to do is head to castle130.com, scan your cans, and make sure to keep them for verification. So get those cans and start scanning away.
Would you like to read that again, or are you happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
You're happy with
Can
that?
you explain it?
I
Because you did a piss-poor job of downing
Why
that
do
beer.
I have to explain everything? I think it's a beautiful can.
I like that.
The
Like a
heritage
retro look.
one.
Yeah.
It's a lovely one. We've got a lot of competitions on the go
Yeah.
because it's a castle. Scan your can
And the pants?
and the pants.
Is that still on there?
My pants are on, yes.
With the team?
My pants are on. Are your pants on? No, because I'm looking at that. Betway is launching a new competition as well.
Okay.
Chasing the catch.
Okay.
So they had Catch a Million,
Yeah, yeah.
2 million competition. Now they for the Betway SA20, they've got Chasing the Catch.
What is that?
Where you can actually be the face of chasing the catch. You have to register,
Yeah.
and then you can be the guy that they select to go to all the games and chase the catch to see if you can take a catch at the game.
Thank you. But it's castle130.com.
And
Scan the cans.
Scan the can. Got so many competitions
I
on the
think,
go.
I think you haven't spent enough time away from home this year. I think you just got to write yourself
I'm
in
not.
for chasing the cat. Follow SA20.
If he's not promoting some product,
Yeah,
he's...
I think we haven't
Springbok.
seen enough of you on the screens yet.
Guys,
Scan your
we're going to run out of
can.
time here. We're going to run out of time here. The other
Scan your
matches.
can, scan your pants, scan the
Yeah.
pants for Coca-Cola
And make your
ZA,
bets, yeah.
And scan
And
your
buy a
lager.
car.
and buy a car.
New Zealand versus Ireland in Chi-Town, in Chicago. What happens there?
Chicago.
Geez, like that's normally
It's a Grand Slam tour. If they
That's-
lose this game,
that's normally where Ireland goes and win. I mean, that's where this whole thing
Where it
started.
started.
You know, their first victory in the history, and then they've done it 5 times since. Let's talk about the All Blacks first.
another coach
Alfie
left.
Holland.
I want to say again.
Holland
Yes.
left the attack coach.
Has he?
Jason Holland.
Jason
Dutchie.
Holland, yeah.
Dutchie.
Dutchie is there.
Has he left?
He's not. He's resigning after the tour. So he's
No
there. He's
way.
there for the
He's
tour.
resigned. Yeah, it was.
And he hasn't signed on his 2-year extension.
What a guy.
Where did you? Where did
He
you
was my
coach?
coach at Munster.
Yeah.
Jason Holland.
You can't say
Dutchie.
anything wrong about Munster. That's
No, but
that's-
he's just he's a proper
Oh.
human being. Such a lacquer guy. He was a fantastic coach back then. That's an interesting move. I wonder, they've obviously lined up someone else already there.
So he's moving away, and they're like 2 years into Razor's tenure. It's almost
Yeah.
looking similar to Ian Fozzie's, where he lost half of his support staff. He lost Plum, and he lost a couple of other guys halfway through
Yeah.
his 4 years.
Liam McDonald. It was Liam McDonald.
Leon McDonald and Jason Holland. They've lost now. So, you know, that's an interesting
Move, yeah.
move. You know, is that management staff, is their playing style resolved? Probably not. It's probably a fallout from what was happening in the Rugby Championship.
I would like to talk about Ireland.
It's going to
Yeah.
be a high
Feral
scoring.
back,
It's going to be a high scoring game. That's my gut feel.
With Leinster's performances in the Verdict and
Yes.
URC, you know,
It's not convincing.
can we expect a drop off from the Irish performance? You know, because such a big part of their squad comes from Leinster.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had change during June, July with Farrell taking the Lions, and then you know, the coaching staff changing a little bit for Ireland during that period. No Callan Doris yet, if I'm not mistaken. Now for the Test matches.
Yeah.
You know, some of their players looking, you know, not.
They look like
on
at the end of a
form.
cycle.
Yes.
You get that feeling that they're at the end of a cycle.
And you certainly don't want to write off Ireland, but I think there's some question marks currently. Even just fly off, you know, who do you go
Yeah, I was
with?
about
Because
to say
Crowley's been good
I was about
for
to say
Munster. Pendergast has not been
exactly the same thing. Like,
great.
it's fine having Gibson Park there, but you need a fly-off to run that attacking shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Crowley was exceptional against Leinster. You know, like, he was unreal. Prendergast probably not quite there. I don't think they can change away from that Leinster base. There'll be too many changes. Also, like we've been saying it for a while, blindside flanker, who's stepping up there for them. They always make, you know, there's a stopgap there, or they get someone in, you know, to cover that position.
Who wins that?
I'm going to go with New Zealand.
New Zealand, it's a Grand Slam tour. I mean,
Yeah.
when last did the Springboks go on a Grand Slam tour? Could have been 2004 when we went on.
No.
No, where was the one off?
No, 2010. There was one 2010.
When last did we win a Grand Slam?
No.
We lost to Scotland.
In the rain.
Yeah.
No,
One of the
Scotland.
others.
Yeah.
Beat
Did
one
Scotland stop
Ireland,
us from winning a Grand
one
Slam?
Ireland,
It's not 2010.
one Wales, one Ireland, lost to Scotland, beat England.
Yeah, that's it.
I can't remember, last Grand Slam tour.
In Chicago, I'm going to go, I think Ireland's pipping this one. High
Ireland.
scoring game, though.
So Grand Slam over for New Zealand before it's actually begun.
Well, I don't know, but I think that's where it all happened for Ireland, and everyone's sort of talking about how poor their form has been in the URC. It's actually quite refreshing to see Leinster battling a bit in the URC,
yeah.
because normally by now they're on 25 points and they've gapped the field.
Yeah, the issue with Leinster is they're going to start chasing in the URC, and you don't want to work hard to get a first or second spot, and you've got a fully stacked Irish team coming to play here at home.
Yeah, I know.
That's what could potentially happen.
Yeah.
That will happen this year.
Yeah, it's going to happen this year. Australia against England.
Australia
At
against
Twickenham.
England. Australia, none of the UK-based players, correct?
Yeah. So look, what I've got, George Ford has aged Finn Smith to start at 10. Marcus Smith misses out, 6 Lions in the squad. But the Australian team has had a hell of a season. I mean, they've been together for 4 months.
Yeah.
And England have just gotten together now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go England.
Australia won last time.
Yeah,
Remember
they did.
try?
I know, yeah.
That was, that was the change around.
That's right, yeah.
That's where, just before that, we thought Australia rugby was gone. Obviously, they're not.
I'm going to go, I'm ground advantage England.
I'll go Australia.
Australia. Who does Scotland play? They're not.
Oh, no
I'm
idea.
trying to think of the other tours.
Aren't they playing? No, they're not playing Argentina. They are playing... I've got no idea.
Okay, cool.
Guys, can you please let us know who Scotland's playing this
Jeez,
week?
guys, there's a lot of rugby coming up in the next 5 weeks, yeah?
Okay, guys, we'll talk about that now, but we're gonna blind rank Springbok players.
What does that even mean?
Okay, I'm gonna read out 10 Springbok players, and you're gonna have to blind rank them 10 to 1.
Oh,
So I think 1 being the
this is
best,
my
10,
worst.
10 being the worst.
That
No,
is-
not I wouldn't say worst.
Yeah.
But okay, cool. So I'm gonna start.
That's a terrible game.
This is a horrific game. This is Freddie.
Yeah, this is look. It's,
I think
yeah,
it's time we
Freddie,
fly Freddie out to Camp Spain. Just,
So we can punch him in the
yeah,
face.
exactly.
Okay.
Put him in a half Nelson.
Okay, I'm gonna read out the name. You guys give me
1 to
where
10.
you rank. Okay, 1 to 10. Dwayne Vermeulen.
Oh, my word.
So you gotta go like...
Do you go like middle
Just
of the
give me a
road?
number.
Can you give us context? Are you just
I
going
can't
to go
give you
one,
all of them. I'll
Are you
just
going to
give
go
you
one?
names.
Is it one position or is it?
It's all different positions. And it's Springbok players from different generations.
No, I'm going to go.
He's above average, so I'm
gonna-
going
8.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 7. I'm happy with 7.
Ibn Esabeth.
He goes. He's the most.
One being the best, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
okay, yeah.
no. I'm working the other way. Like
Okay,
King
you were.
being
That's
the
what.
best.
Yeah. Okay. No. We were
So one
being the best.
Okay,
Right?
then
So
Dwayne goes 4.
4. Okay. Ibn Esabeth. I gave that away. Yeah.
He goes a couple higher than him.
It's an impossible game.
No, Jean, you can't bail.
Okay, I'm just saying it's an impossible game, Shimmy.
You bailed out
Next
of the
time,
other
you
thing. Now you're bailing out of this.
I'll give Eben 2.
Okay.
So
2.
it's 2, Eben second best.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
played 140 tests. How many
Yeah.
tests
Guys,
has he played?
okay.
Okay.
No,
the next one.
okay, wait.
Very important one.
No,
this.
I know who's that's going to be.
Sir Brian Habana.
See, you can't go Eben.
No, but Sean, it's a blind ranking. There's no wrong or
Okay,
right.
I'm gonna
You
go-
don't know. You don't know what it is.
I know what's happening. I'm going to go Brian 3. If we've got
3.
Eben 2, then I'll go Brian 3,
3.
and we've got Dwayne 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dwayne might be a bit high. Let's go on.
yeah.
Yeah. 4.
No, so
Tendai the Beast from Tawarira.
no, I'll go Beast. I'll go Beast 10.
Okay, 10. Victor Matfield.
See, that's where it becomes. Victor was the best in his position.
Okay, we got to.
It's a blind ranking.
Yeah. Well, we've got Dwayne at 4 now. We're like,
You can't change.
you can't change. So 5 then.
I'll go
What do we got left up top there? We've only got 1 left. there.
1, 5, 6, 7.
So Victor 5 then.
Yeah, this is not
I
going to
don't
work
know.
out
It's
well.
going to work out poorly for us.
This one's awkward. Schalk Burger.
Oh, no. Give me 10.
So I'll
boys.
go.
Yeah,
I'll go.
I'll take
Schalk.
10 for the team.
No, I'll go Schalk then. We have 2, 3, 4, and 5 already, right?
Yeah.
So I'll go Schalk 6,
Okay. Faf de Klerk.
9.
9.
Henry Pollard.
It has to be then.
7.
Is 7 still available?
Yeah.
Okay, 7.
So number 1 is Cheslin Colby then.
See, well, we didn't make the list.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a blind ranking, boys.
I was thinking, it's either Cheslin or Peter Steff that
Steff.
you'll have, and that's why I'm happy with Cheslin at 1.
All right.
But you know what? All top 10 is number 1 in my heart.
Guys, can we
I'm
just
surprised you
put
didn't put 2
can,
centers
can we
again,
just
just
put it out there? That's a game.
All right, boys. JDV, where are you this weekend?
I'm in Sun City.
Aren't you in studio for the Japan game?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm in Sun City to celebrate Mr. Gary Player's 90th birthday on Saturday.
Who
Yeah,
else is
amazing.
there? Who else is the crowd?
Sir Brian's there.
Okay.
Sir Brian will be there. Mr. Butch James will be there.
Oh, jeez.
The Spicy Plum will be there.
Oh.
When is the Spicy Plum getting his neck fixed up? It's soon,
Next
no?
week.
Like next week, okay.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was done.
No,
It's
he's
still
getting,
another.
he broke a screw.
So it's probably muscles too strong.
No, he's screwed.
And then who else?
I don't know who else.
It's the Gary Play Invitational, right?
Yeah, Gary Play Invitational. Brian McFadden will be there performing.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes. He's a loose cannon.
Is it?
yeah. But yeah, what a...
Gee, was you don't wanna push it out too far and then still have to play golf there. It's hot up there.
Yeah.
You have to be
But
careful.
what an amazing...
No, it's
I
incredible.
think Gary Player, one of, if not the best, sportsman that I think, career-wise, what he did
Still
as
going
a
strong.
player,
90.
amazing.
But also,
He was
like,
90.
he achieved all of that playing golf. Now you look at him as a 90-year-old, and you're like, that's just off the charts.
Yeah.
He's an incredible bloke to spend time with.
Great celebration.
And Scala, where are you, bud?
I'm in Randburg,
Yeah.
Japan game. I'm also,
And then the All
we're
Black
doing
game.
the 6 o'clock start.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what I'm going to do between then and the 10:30 game in Chicago, All Blacks Island. I'm in studio.
Who are you with there?
Victor Matfield,
Yeah.
Brayton Paulser, Warren
Gee,
Brosnan.
so which one? You'll leave studio what? Till 12:30? No, geez.
Yeah, and then I'm
Close to
flying
1 in the morning.
Get to studio at 3.
and,
PM,
and be
go
at
home, 1
Awa
AM.
Tambo City Lodge at 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then you've got then you cycle on Sunday.
No, so Sunday
on
I'm
Monday.
checking in, starting
Yeah.
on Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday I'm flying across to you. Long lunch Friday.
Long lunch. I'll
But-
I'll get a venue in Paris.
Yeah.
Before that,
We could do a long lunch because it's a 9 o'clock kickoff. We could do a long lunch on Saturday also.
Shimmy, you are obviously traveling abroad, so we don't. We have to carry the show again next week.
I've got
We've got the verdict. We got the verdict on Tuesday night, yeah?
Yeah, but then we will carry the show again because you're not here.
Yeah.
Box Unpacked. But next week, joining Schalk and myself is Jungle
Jungle
Joe
Joe. I
Van
can't
Niekerk.
wait. Can't
So
wait.
that should be an interesting
Yeah,
one.
that will be good.
Tune in for that. There'll be loads of stories.
Joe used to have a house up here, up the road
know.
here somewhere.
he was,
Remember?
when I phoned him and
Down the
said,
road in Tamburskloof.
Joe, will you come join us on the show? We're filming in Catherine. He said, ooh, where it all started in Cape Town. Back to where it started.
Full circle.
How long has he been here for? Is he in Cape
He's
Town?
been back for 2 years, I think, now.
But wait, he's a Nodok side.
He's in
Yeah,
Notik,
Notik.
yeah. So, little lighty.
Yeah. Make sure he watches the test matches this weekend.
Yeah.
No, he will do.
He
No,
might
he will
watch.
do.
He might watch, he might not.
Is it?
But we'll have some good
Yeah,
stories.
so it's
from
going to
Joe.
be entertaining.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's all we've got for the Box Unpacked this week. The verdict on Tuesday, and you can get all the shows on SuperSport and YouTube. And don't forget, you can watch this match Saturday and every Saturday on SuperSport, live on SuperSport, and the highlights of all matches on Catch Up. But for now, it's time to seal up the box and see you all next week. Big Joe Van Niekerk, Jungle Joe, for Schalk Burger and Jean de Villiers on the same couch.